Okay, I want to start out by saying I do have laryngitis. I'm losing my voice, but, that's not going to stop me. I'm going to push on through this thing. Okay, I am starting to read the comments. You know what I'm saying? I am going to start responding to some of them, but nothing negative. I ain't responding to anything negative, only the positive. Like one comment I seen, a young lady said, my channel inspired her to want to tell her story. Whenever you do tell that story, please inform me and I will subscribe to your channel. I promote that. And plus it's therapeutic, you know what I'm saying? And you would be helping somebody. You don't know who out there is going through the exact same thing as you and who you're going to help. So don't let nobody tell you why you shouldn't do it. They'll give you every reason that you shouldn't, but not one reason why you should. Okay? So, you know what I'm saying? Do it. Okay, in this video, we're going to do something different. We're going to dispel a lot of these things, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people saying about the guards and, that these kind of things don't happen in prison. I'm going to play some clips and I'm going to have some pictures this episode here. You know what I'm saying? So, for one, let's just go to this clip real quick.
Sterling held a news conference Monday to describe how authorities responded after a, quote, inmate-on-inmate altercation started in a general population dorm around 7:15 p.m.
Sitcon and our SORT team were activated and responded. Around 9:20, 9:23, SLED responded also. At 11:30, we entered the first dorm to take that dorm back, to enter safely, and we took that dorm back. At 2 o'clock, we entered the last dorm at Lee and started conducting the roll call counts.
Graphic images of dead or badly wounded bodies covered with blood and a blood-soaked floor. Director Sterling said it took 7 hours for guards to stop the violence Sunday night in order to maintain officer safety.
Before we can go into a dorm, just so you know, there's about 250, 260 inmates in each dorm. We're not going to just send 1 or 2 officers in there. We're going to gather a force that is safe for all our officers. So we're not going to put our officers and other staff in harm's way.
They saying they're not going to send in 1 or 2 guards. That means there's none in the dorm with over 200 and something inmates. There's no guards already there. The inmates are running the prisons, all of them. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't it the job of the CO to protect the inmates from other inmates? And not just let them run rampant up in here, getting preyed upon, violated, stabbed, beat up? I thought y'all was supposed to deter them from crime, rehabilitate them from crime. You just put them in there by themselves and let them get better at committing crimes. Now, let's get into this story. Okay, so now I'm at this new prison. I'm in my cell. You know what I'm saying? I had Robbie's cell is probably like 3 cells down from mine. So I'm getting organized. Everything is in the Foot Locker, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, me and my cellie, on my side, we share a Foot Locker. He get the left, I get the right. Okay, so I put everything away. I'm organized. Now I want to go holler at Robbie, At this time, he the only person I know up in here. So, I want to really just move around, but I don't want to move around by myself. So I walks out the cell, and I start heading down there towards Robbie's cell. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Robbie got 3 cells. I got 3 cells. There's 4 of us in each cells. And these ain't the cells with the solid doors. These the cells with the bars on it. It's tiers. It's 1 tier, 2 tier, 1 tier, 2 tier. Okay, so now I'm headed to Robbie's cell. But I stop short before I get to Robbie's cell because I hear talking and I just want to be nosy to kind of hear what's going on. Because if I walk up, they're going to stop talking whatever they talking anyway because I ain't in a cell. That's how it is, So I hear, you know, them telling Robbie little different things, and I'm going to bring up what they was telling him. But first, you know, I just want to go ahead and, you know, stop this before it go any farther. So as immediately when I turns kind of wide in front of his cell, so it don't look like I'm trying to creep up on him or nothing. So Robert see me and immediately he like, hey man, guess what? Guess what? Man, hey bro, all my sellers know my people. All my sellers know my people, man. They know my big cousin, man. I say, man, come holler at me for a minute. You know, I try to take him off like, you know what I'm saying? It's something about something totally different. So as we get way away from them, we walk down towards the last metal table in the middle of the tier. And I'm like, say, Robert, what you mean they know your cousin? Yeah, they was telling me. I say, hold on, let me just ask you this question. Did they call your cousin by name or did you tell them his name? Tell me how that conversation started. No, they had just asked me where I was from, you know, what part of town I was from, and I just told them, you know, such like this. I say, okay. And did you bring your cousin name up or did they bring your cousin name up? No, I told them, I asked them, did they know such? And they were like, yeah. I say, hey, bro, they running the F on you, dog. I say, man, listen, pump your brakes. As y'all know, following me from these episodes, this is what these guys do. They prey on these first timers because they eager, he want to belong to something. And they know this. So whatever they tell you, he gonna agree with it and want to believe it. But they just running the game on Robbie because when I was walking up, I heard them say, hey man, hey, your people gonna put something on your books, your people. And I heard Robbie saying, yeah, my mama was supposed to drop me something, but I'm gonna go call my cousin. You know, my cousin's still in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Talking about the cousin that they supposedly know. So I heard him say, yeah, man, when you talk to your cousin, tell him B say what's up. B. You know how common the initial B is? If you tell your cousin B say what's up, he gonna say, what B? And you gonna describe this dude as being a black dude, kind of like 5'11", you know what I'm saying, with a bob haircut, and your cousin gonna be like, it's a possibility he knows somebody that's just like that with the initial B. And Robert goes, no, man, because they describe my cousin how everybody who know my cousin describe. He a beast in these streets. That boy be on his hustle, man. And he had a cutlass at one time. Man, how many hustlers do you know that hadn't had an old school Oldsmobile, a Monte Carlo? The Click Cutlass was the most popular series for the hustlers. Robbie is so green and so eager to feel safe because he was scared because he didn't even know me and he wanted to stick with me on the bus. And now this didn't change because these guys done got you in this cell alone, all three of these guys, and first they surrounded you to make you feel threatened with fear, and then they came off as being friendly to set your mind at ease. And now you don't want to do nothing to upset them, so you going along to get along. Okay, so he started going on, man, and y'all know what's about to be said because every new Jack said, every first time I said, man, I got this, man. I'm straight. I know what I'm doing. Robert walks the fuck off and walks back in the cell. Now, I'm pissed the fuck off because I'm really trying to look out for the dude. But I'm thinking about how I just got back in this fucking place. Dealing with some other person's problems and something else he had going on got me back locked up behind bars. So you know what I said? Man, that's on Robbie. I'm tired of worrying about everybody else because if it wasn't for somebody else, I wouldn't even be in here right now. Okay, so I walks back to my cell and I goes in my foot chest and get my art pad and I'm walking towards the metal tables out there. I'm gonna go to the middle one and in the middle of the tier and I'm gonna draw, you know? So I'm drawing as I'm going, looking down, drawing, You know what I'm saying? And all I feel is somebody bumped me. So instead of just flying off the handle, my mind thinking, and I'm like, well, maybe, you know what I'm saying, that person made a mistake. So I continue drawing, and the person bumped me again. So now I know it's intentional. So I drops the pad and looks up. And nigga like, what's up, bitch? What's up? And it's my nigga Doc that I went from elementary school to middle school with. And the only reason why we ain't go to high school together, because we both played for 2 different football teams. I played for Baker High, he played for Zachary High. So therefore, we went to different schools, but we saw each other occasionally. But at this point, we haven't saw each other in a while. So we greet each other, dap each other down, you know, the whole nine, and start talking. Then he say, man, you know Laco up in here? I say, what Laco? Now, see, Laco, the Laco he's talking about, now that was my best friend actually before me and him became friends. So he like, yeah, man, Laco, he up there. Laco at the top tier. I'm at the bottom tier. Laco at the top tier. You know, 4 sales from the end. So I'm like, man, let's go holler at that bitch, man. Let's go holler at him right quick. You know, that's just how we talk. You know, it's nothing personal. Nobody gets offended. That's just the words we were speaking. You know, so yeah, we goes to holler at Laco, and when we gets up there to Laco's cell, Laco laying across his rack, and he listening to his Walkman. And you know, you can have Walkmans up in there, but you can't, they don't play tapes. They only listen to AM and FM. So he listening to whatever music he listening to, and he in his own little world. So I grabbed the pillow he got at the foot of his bed, and he ain't never looked up and seen me. So I'm creeping down low. I put the pillow over his head and hold over his head. So now Laco always been strong. So Laco grabbed me and Laco wrestling. So eventually he gets up off the bed and he got his hands up ready to fight. So now, still looking at me, he ready to fight. Like I said, me and Laco ain't seen each other in about 10 to 15 years at this point. So finally he glanced at Doc, and then he glanced back at me, then he glanced at Doc, then he recognized me, and Laco face light up like 4th of July at nighttime, man. I swear, man, we hug, we dab, be like, boy, where the fuck you been? I'm like, man, where the fuck you been? He like, man, shit, boy, I've been in this bitch for 6 years straight. So you know how that go. I get to telling him I just came home off a bid, and get to telling him how I get back up in here and how the dude get me caught up. So, you know, we get to running, one thing lead to another. So me, him, and Doc walking back downstairs from his top tier down back to the center where the table's at in the middle of the tier. So we get down there. So as soon as I get down there, I ask him, I say, man, who old boy in the mills in T3 311? He like, man, why you asking that? I say, cuz, man, I was looking out for this little dude that I rode on the transport bus with. You know, I'm just trying to make sure he's straight. He like, he in the cell with them? I say, yeah. He say, shit, man, them the wrong dudes. He say, you know, that's Monroe and Broomfield, Kevin Broomfield. He say, man, that's the dudes that shot that lady police officer, Betty Smothers. The famous football player, what's his name, play for the Buccaneers? Warwick Dunn mama. And I'm about to show y'all something, you know, and I'm gonna pause because I really like Warwick Dunn, and I mean no disrespect, you know, but this is public knowledge. Now, this is a picture of the guy that took her from her babies. That's what I'm gonna say. And he's in this prison. He actually got the death penalty overturned. Then I guess her son Warwick Dunn went after him again. They put it back on him. Then it got overturned again. So instead of him being on death row, he floating through different DOC prisons. you know? So, and also, this is Warwick Dunn that played for I think it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and still going through a tragedy like that and still end up being highly successful. Broomfield, you couldn't take that from this guy. This guy still made something of himself. And you got your mother. And look what you became. You end up taking another man's mother from him. Now, this is the best picture I can kind of give y'all of how the tier is made. It's another one that's below that. And on the other side, it's the exact same thing. Minus that guard. If you ask me, that's Photoshop. Because ain't no guards ever back there. Now, the only times you see the warden and the guards really doing something if the state inspector general come in, and that's who over investigating the prisons. That's the only time they trying to act like they do their rounds, but they never follow procedure. Because if they did, Kevin Leon Smith Jr. wouldn't be dead today. Now, let's get back into this thing. Now, I'm feeling kind of good because I got two of my buddies, you know what I'm saying? I got Doc and Lako. Now, both of these boys are very talented in boxing at something in Louisiana we call Sports Academy. You know, we box with them. So I know if anything pop off, they gonna get the job done with me. So, okay. A little bit more of that day go by, everything cool, you know what I'm saying? So I tell them, come walk with me, let me go check on this little green dude, you know what I'm saying, Robbie, because even though I just want to say, you know what I'm saying, the hell with him, you know, I just don't want to see it happen, period. You know what I'm saying? I didn't came from it. Now I see what it feel like, you know what I'm saying, to go all in. So, you know, I wouldn't have no problem doing it again. So, you know, I go down there and check on Robbie or whatever. You know, he's sitting on the bed. He look like he got tears in his eyes. So before I can even ask Robbie what's wrong and what happened, all you hear outside the prison start roaring. It's just getting loud. So I run back out his cell and look at my dogs, and they looking up, and they just up there stomping the dude. I mean, he looked like he an older looking dude, and they just beating him and beating him and beating him. Got him tied between the bars, got his hands tied between the bars, just beating him and beating him and beating. So I'm like, God damn. And this goes on for about 45 minutes to an hour. So I'm like, ain't nobody gonna get this man no help. Everybody just sitting there watching it happen, and some people just going on about their business. Now, this is still the first day, and they stomping this dude and stomping this dude. And it's about 4 big monster-looking motherfuckers on this dude, like, talking to him. Bitch, why you did it? Huh? Bitch, you ain't gonna never do it no more when I finish with your bitch ass. Bitch, why you did it? Huh? Man, they talking about something. Turn him over. Turns him on his back, and they get to stomping his dick, stomping his private. Just literally, this man is hollering like, oh, Lord. Oh, please. Oh, please. He's an older guy. Ain't nobody go get the guards. I ain't gonna get no guards. So I goes back in there to Robbie. They still stomping old dude out. Ask Robbie, what's wrong with him? He ain't answering me, man. He just sitting there like a frozen fucking puppet. You know, I'm asking, man, somebody died in your family? What's going on? These dudes done did you something? You know what I'm saying? He's shaking his head no. So finally, I get him to talk to me, and he like, man, bro, you got a lot on my mind, bro. You know what I'm saying? These dudes told me if I won't be down with them, you know what I'm saying, I gotta do something for them. You know, I can't tell you nothing or whatever, but I can't do that shit, bro. I say, what? What, they want to fuck you or something? He like, no, man, ain't nothing like that, man. I say, what it is then? He say, don't worry about it, man. I'm going to figure it out, bro. I got it. I'm going to figure it out, man. You know what I'm saying? I just need to think. Well, I was like, all right, man. Well, look, if you need a nigga, holler at me, bro. So I bust the fuck out. So I went back to the table with Doc and Lako was. They like, man, you see right over there, look at that cell. We started going cell by cell. And he letting me know who the predators is, who the con artists is, who the finesses is, who the liars is, who the snitches, because in this prison, they got snitches too. But they undercover. You got crooked COs in here bringing drugs, weapons he done made at home, passing messages to bitches on the outside world, setting niggas up, putting you in a place that you ain't supposed to be. For the right price, these COs will do anything. They actually got gay guys up in here that's beating straight guys up and taking their dick. And Lako say, and all them bitches you could tell them because they got names like some kind of fucking dessert. Muffin, pudding, sugar, tea. And he pointed and say, you see them, the middle 7 cells right there? He say, everything in there, I'll punch a man down and take it. Yeah, and take his dick from him. He say, wait till you see him. He say, they ain't been out there today. He say, most of the time they sleep all day, and when night hit, they be out here moving in packs and serving niggas. Like, pop, 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 pop. And they run a train on you. Now, even though I done been to prison, I still ain't never heard no shit like this. He say, these motherfuckers like to fuck and they like to get fucked. So they will beat your ass, fuck you, and make you fuck them. So he points at this other nigga that's way on the other end by his motherfucking self. He say, that nigga right there, that nigga named Juggerman. Just what his name say, Jug or Man. Say he done stabbed so many niggas in this prison till they nickname him Juggerman. So about 6:30, 7 o'clock hit. And man, when I say you see motherfuckers all over the place, it was nothing but about 6 or 7 motherfuckers just out here walking around regularly. You'll see people come out they cells and slip back in every now and then, but now this bitch is packed out here. You see motherfuckers coming down with checkerboard, chessboards, cards. You see all kind of game, marbles. You see every kind of game known to man, and different people coming out doing different things. You see motherfuckers doing tattoos, and I'm just looking like, man, some of these motherfuckers make Buttman look like a kindergarten. I'm talking about, man, you got dudes' arms this big, can't even put his arms down to his side. Man, I'm seeing dudes like 7 feet tall, blacker than fucking midnight. And like I said, most of these niggas in here for murder. So they don't give a fuck about catching and hurting no nigga up in here. They already in here for the rest of their life. All of a sudden, I hear Doc say, oh, yay, hurry the fuck up. Come here right now. So me and Lako take off to where Doc was, and by the time we get down there, I see Robbie and Juggerman cell trying to steal 12 cartons of fucking cigarettes, GPC's cigarettes. So I get closest to the cell as I can with not being too, you know what I'm saying, suspicious, because Juggerman is on that last motherfucking metal bench right there. But he can still see his cell, kind of got like people piled up on the other table that's kind of blocking him for the most part now. Hey, man, you better get the fuck out of this cell right here. That nigga right there named Juggerman. And I say, man, this what them niggas talking about, stealing 12 packs of fucking cigarettes? Doc and Lako tell me, man, come on, man, I don't want no nigga to think we got nothing to do with this, your boy on his own. Because he didn't already win this man's cell. That's a violation right there. So we walking, all trying to get the fuck from down there, and all of a sudden, you see them same dudes with the same old man they was stomping earlier, tie them braided sheets around his motherfucking neck, and throw him over the motherfucking balcony and snap his fucking neck. Hung this man. This man ain't moving, kicking, nothing. This man look like he got a fucking rubber neck. Look like his neck stretched out of proportion about 3 fucking feet long. I ain't never seen nobody get hung. I didn't even know that could happen to a neck. All you see is piss and shit dripping down his legs from under his pantses. Just dripping. And blood coming out his mouth and his nose. Everybody act like they done seen this type of shit before. Now, I done seen some shit. I give you that. I done seen people get beat, jugged, violated, burned with piss for acid, but never hung and neck broke and stretched out of proportion. And come to find out, this dude was a child molester. And he was the first one I seen lead that way, but he wasn't the last one, because that's one thing about prison. They hate rapists and they hate child molesters, and that's a fact. They left that man hanging up there for about 2.5 hours and still ruled it a suicide. So all those guys I just showed, one was a rapist, but not saying that every last one of those guys was a rapist, but each and every one of those guys in prison. Facts, youngsters. You're more likely to die in prison. So when we come back, and I'm dropping more episodes today, I'm gonna tell you about Oron, JoJo, who else he was? Corn Chip, Pop Pop, Big Shitty, Brandon, Ernest, Nord, Micho, Homer, Northdale, Johnny, L. Scott, Toon, Meathead, Diggerlick, Mooney. Man, this prison right here has some characters in it. Man, and some shit went down up in here. So I'm going to keep dropping these episodes today and get y'all all caught up with the people. So I'm taking it step by step. But somebody asked me what happened to Big Bambino. I'm going to tell you what happened to Big Bambino and Lil Bambino. Lil Bambino, well, I don't know too much. I just know he survived and Big Bambino survived. But Big Bambino got killed December 7th, 2007. And I haven't heard any more about his brother, but both of them did survive. But Big Bambino is now deceased.